Good afternoon, Nareshji.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Kantak, Mr. Mulidharan.
Good afternoon, sir.
I've shared it to the number that you sent.
Okay.
And I've given the instructions. Yeah. Mr. Kantak, just a minute more probably because people are joining in quickly now. Expecting a few more people to come in.
Naveen, since it's 2:02, perhaps you can start.
Yeah, we'll just start.
This meeting is being recorded.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Mangalore Chemicals and Fertilizers Limited and SKP Securities, it's my pleasure to welcome you to MCFL's Q2 FY23 earnings webinar. Friends, as you are aware, there has been a change of guard at MCFL yesterday. We have with us today Mr. Nitin Kantak, Whole-time Director, a 40 years veteran in the fertilizers business at Advents Group. Along with him, we have Mr. Muralidharan, Chief Financial Officer, who most of you have already met in the past. All participant lines have been muted presently, and this webinar is being recorded for compliance reasons. We'll have the opening remarks and a presentation by the management, followed by a Q&A session. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Kantak.
Thanks, Naveen, and a very good afternoon to all. Hope I'm audible to you all.
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Yeah. So Mr. Subhabrata Saha has left us to pursue opportunities outside our group, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavors. I have taken over from him as the whole-time director. As Naveen mentioned, I have spent my entire career of 41 years in the fertilizer industry, and 40 years of these have been in the Advents Group in various capacities. I have been on the board of Mangalore Chemicals and Fertilizers as a non-executive director with effect from January 1st, 2022, and fully conversant with the operations of MCFL. In fact, I was closely involved in the implementation of the energy improvement project of MCFL. Coming to our business performance, Q2 has been very, very challenging, both on the urea and the phosphatic fertilizer front. But I can assure you that the financial year 2022-23 overall would not be challenging. On the urea front, our ammonia energy improvement project implementation got extended due to some teething problems. And on the phosphatic front, we were hit by negative surprises due to high commodity prices on account of Russia-Ukraine war, which affected availability of inputs as well as margins on our products. We have already completed the guarantee test run of our energy improvement project and achieved what was targeted in the project. Also, on the phosphatic fertilizer front, the commodity prices have started softening, and government has already declared the NBS subsidy for the rest of the year. So there is clarity now, and we expect a much improved performance in the next 2 quarters. I will now hand over to our CFO, Muralidharan, for a detailed presentation. Over to you, Murali.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to all of you. In this presentation, let me share the presentation. Is my presentation visible, Naveen? Hello?
Yes, sir. Your presentation is visible.
Okay. In this presentation, we shall cover the highlights of Q2 and half year ended September 22 and the past annual performance. Overview of Q2 FY23. We are once again happy to announce the successful implementation of the Ammonia Energy Improvement Project, and it is expected to deliver significant improvement to the bottom line. For executing Ammonia Energy Improvement Project, we have taken shutdown of urea operations in June, and after commissioning, the operations resumed in September 22. As you are aware, we have converted our urea operation earlier from naphtha to gas-based operations after the receipt of gas in December 2020. As per the extent policies of Government of India for the urea manufacturing companies, there is a mandate to reduce energy norms further down from December 2025. By commissioning Ammonia Energy Improvement Project, we have converted the vintage plant to a highly energy efficient plant at par with modern plants. As a matter of fact, we'll be in the top 5 companies ranking on par with them in the energy consumption norms. How we did this particular project? The existing plants were studied by renowned technology providers in the field of ammonia, and the project was completed with support of marquee global and domestic suppliers. What benefits we'll get post the project? Post commissioning, the ammonia production will increase by 25% from 700 tons per day to 880 tons per day, coupled with reduction in the energy norms by about 10 to 12%. The operating margins are expected to improve further with reduction in energy consumption from the existing levels, and in the long run have a sustainable positive impact on the environment. In respect of DAP and NPK, our strategy during the quarter was to optimize the operations by suitable product mix in view of the economic unavailability of manufacturing DAP and based on the availability of critical raw materials, which is the phosphoric acid, which was outlined by Mr. Kantak earlier. Move on to highlights of Q2 and H1 FY23 with corresponding quarter and half year of FY22. We had a reduction in revenue of 61% during the quarter and 8% during the half year ended, primarily on account of shutdown for commissioning of Ammonia Energy Improvement Project and also shutdown in phosphatics for about 3 weeks. Coming to EBITDA is reduced by 118% and 57% for the quarter and half year ended respectively compared to the previous year, once again mainly on account of shutdown of urea plant for commissioning of Ammonia Energy Improvement Project. Moving to PBT and PAT, we registered a reduction of 200% during the quarter and reduction of around 115% respective during the half year ended compared to the last year, once again due to the commissioning of the project. For this, we move on to details of production, sales, and revenue. The production and sale of urea is 10,000 metric tons and 11,000 metric tons respectively in Q2 FY23 compared to production of 1,12,000 tons and sale of 1,10,000 tons in the corresponding quarter of FY22. The production and sale of urea is 83,000 tons and 80,000 tons respectively in H1 FY23 compared to production of 225,000 tons and sale of 226,000 tons in the corresponding period of FY22. As regards complex fertilizers, we have sold 30,000 tons in current quarter compared to 87,000 tons in Q2 of FY22. Also, we have sold 112,000 tons in FY23 H1 compared to 117,000 tons in H1 FY22. As far as revenue from operations are concerned, revenue from urea is 58 crores for Q2 as against 383 crores in Q2 of FY22. Urea for H1 for FY23 is 489 crores as against 709 crores in H1 FY22. This reduction is primarily on account of planned urea shutdown for our project, which is neutralized to some extent by higher gas prices for the 2 months we operated in during April and May. Coming to the revenue from non-urea business, we have posted revenue of 225 crores in Q2 FY23 as against rupees 345 crores in Q2 FY22. Whereas we registered a growth in revenue of non-urea business at 816 crores in H1 FY23 as against 686 crores of H1 in FY22, despite reduction in volume on account of higher commodity prices. Now we shall look at the financial position. The net worth is 660 crores in September 22 as against 683 crores in March 22. The reduction is on account of the losses we posted in Q2. As far as the long-term debt is concerned, there is a net increase of 117 crores for Q2 FY23 over March 22. This is on account of the loan availed from the various lenders for the ammonia energy improvement project after factoring the repayment of some of the existing term loans. Coming to the short-term debt, that is working for borrowing, is at 1,076 crores as at 30/9/2022 as against 1,124 crores as at 31st March 2022. The short-term surplus was rupees 195 crores at the end of Q2 FY23 as against rupees 557 crores at the end of FY22. This is primarily on account of subsidy disbursement in the last week of March 22, which is utilized during H1 FY23. We shall now present the position of receivables. There are two types of receivables in bulk fertilizer industry. One is market debtors, which we receive from the dealers. The other one is subsidy dues from the Government of India. Coming to market debtors, it is rupees 127 crores at the end of Q2 FY23 as against 88 crores at the end of Q4 FY22. Coming to subsidy receivables, it is rupees 576 crores at the end of Q2 as against 577 crores at the end of last financial year. To give a further update, we have received rupees 156 crores during October 22, and further amount of rupees 216 crores has been already approved for disbursement and is expected shortly. This sanction has been given the last 3 days. Now we shall look at some past annual performance to get some understanding of the operations of MCFL. The revenue from operations has been at 3,000 crore levels in FY2019 and similar levels were seen in FY22. Coming to EBITDA, you can see from the levels of 200 crores for FY19, we are able to grow to the levels of 235 crores in FY22, and we expect to improve after the commissioning of ammonia energy improvement project. As far as the PBT is concerned, from the levels of 50 crores, we have improved to the levels of 135 crores in FY22. As regards PAT, similarly, we are able to improve from 33 crores in FY19 to 88 crores in FY22. Cash profit has improved from 70 crores in FY19 to 138 crores in FY22. Earnings per share has improved from rupees 3 per share in FY19 to rupees 1 per share in FY22. It could be seen from the total receivables have come down from the levels of 1,564 crores in FY19 to the levels of rupees 664 crores in FY22. This is due to improved liquidity in the market and significant reduction in subsidy receivables on account of the fiscal stimulus given in FY21 during COVID-19 to clear subsidy arrears and continued additional support given in FY22 by Government of India. We expect this trend to continue in FY23 as well, and the committed subsidy disbursement is the order of 250,000 crores for the FY23. Here you could see the details of production and sales in the last 5 years. You could see the details of production. We have been able to consistently produce to the levels of 3.8 lakh tons of urea, which is our ESS capacity, and we are able to produce additional 50,000 tons in FY22. We'll continue to explore the possibility of doing additional production beyond RAC as we go forward. P&K fertilizers have been standard in the past 4 years. This is an overview of MCF operations as regards to location of the plant, products manufactured, their capacities, marketing territories, and the brand. We continue to carry this slide for the first time participants in every investor presentation. Kindly bear with me for a few seconds for other investors who have been consistently attending this investor conference. The plant is situated at Mangalore, west coast opposite to Mangalore port, and our present capacity of urea is 3.8 lakh tons, which is called ESS capacity, whereas the capacity of DAP and other complex fertilizers is 2.8 lakh tons. We also do trading in MOP, that is muriate of potash, and DAP based on market opportunity, availability of product, and business sense. We operate in the states of Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Maharashtra. We sell about 71% of our sales in Karnataka, 4% in Kerala, 9% in Tamil Nadu, 8% in Andhra Pradesh, 4% each in Telangana and Maharashtra. This clearly demonstrates there is an opportunity of growth in other states. We sell under the brand called Jai Kisan Mangala. The major significant event in the current financial year is the successful commissioning of the ammonia energy improvement project and expected improvements in the margins. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Murli. And thank you, Mr. Kantak, for letting our participants know a little more about your background. Friends, we open the floor for a Q&A session. We'll hold on for a couple of minutes while some questions line up. We have a question from Gunit Singh. Gunit, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hi, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the presentation. Can you please elaborate more on why we had the plant shut down in Q2, which caused the reduction in the revenues? And you have been talking about the ammonia energy improvement project. So can you please elaborate how that will help us in the long run going forward? And in Q3, are we back to our normal operations? And what is the outlook for the rest of the year for Q3 and Q4? And for FY24, what would be the growth drivers going forward? And those are the questions that I have. Thank you.
Okay. I will respond, Mr. Kantak.
Okay.
Gunit, we have undertaken the ammonia energy improvement project, which is part of the urea operations. Okay. So this is nothing but reduction of the consumption of energy to produce urea. Okay. So this project commissioning was planned to be executed in Q2. That is the reason you could see a reduction top line. To answer your first question. Okay. Coming to the second question, the operations in Q3 has been stabilized very much to the desired levels, which we planned as part of the project post-commissioning. The outlook for Q3 and Q4 is very impressive and promising, and we shall update you as we are conducting the quarterly investor calls. You will see the realization of the perceived benefits of the energy project, as well as the operations are back into normal mode. Okay. FY24, the growth prospects are. This project is not any incremental growth in capacity. It's only improvement in the operational efficiency in the way of margins. We'll see this the improved benefits as we go forward on a full year basis in FY24 onwards.
Sir, as per our internal projections, by how many basis points or how would this improve the efficiency going forward? And just another follow-up question: when can we expect company to get back to 1,000 crore plus revenues, which we achieved in Q1 this year again?
See, as we covered in my presentation, we expect the reduction in energy consumption by 10 to 12%. Okay, and the top line revenues, we will start posting the numbers from Q3 onwards. Okay, and there is no stabilization mode after this now. It is existing operations. These changes have been done to realize the benefit of reduction in energy consumption. So you will start seeing from Q3 and Q onwards, the top line will be posting to the levels we have seen in the past, okay, and also in Q1 of this financial year.
All right, sir. Thank you for answering my questions. All the best.
Thank you, Puneet.
Thank you, Puneet. We have Vineet Agrawal next. Vineet, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. So I have a few questions. One is on subsidy. I just wanted to understand, since government has twice increased the subsidy for P&K fertilizers recently by around 51,000 crores. So is this increase enough to maintain our margins, and the subsidy issues are behind us, or worst is yet to come? This is my first question.
Okay, I'll answer you. Subsidies is always behind us from FY21, as I covered in my presentation on the review of past 5 years operations. Okay. FY21 is the first year where the government of India has given a stimulus package under Atmanirbhar, okay, during the wave 1 of Corona in FY21. So by that process, all the arrears to the industry has been cleared as a one wholesome package was given in FY21. In Q4 of FY21, we got close to about 800 crores to get all our old dues settled. So this particular initiative taken by the government of India on subsidies has been continued in FY22, and we carried a very healthy liquidity position, and also the aging of our receivables, and which we see a continued effort from government of India in FY23 as well. All the notifications, what you have seen, the 50,000 crores additionally given for the P&K fertilizers is continuation of their commitment to this particular industry, and we don't foresee any challenges in getting subsidy receivables as we go forward as of today.
So we will be able to maintain our margin what we did in Q1, especially in terms of EBITDA per ton.
Yes, we should be able to maintain.
Sir, my next question is on urea. As you mentioned in your result release also, that now the EIP program has been implemented, and earlier we were guiding that this program will add additional 100 crores of EBITDA to our profitability. So do we still stick to this number, or there is any changes here?
We stick to the number. We will this number 100 crores Vineet, is on an annual basis. We will be able to realize this on pro rata basis from this financial year as well.
Okay. And sir, you also said that during your presentation that our additional ammonia, we are producing 100 tons per day additional ammonia. So any plans for this for the going forward, or what we are going to do with it?
See, we had a debottleneck in the terms of what ammonia required for our urea operations. To some extent, we supplement by importing ammonia that we utilized first as the excess ammonia we did. Number two, we will start using that excess ammonia also for our P&K fertilizers, which are currently importing. This is a plan for us.
Okay. So my next question is on the plant shutdown. You have mentioned in your press release that 24 of your P&K fertilizers plant was shut for 24 days. Last quarter also it was shut for 10 days because of unavailability of raw material. So just wanted to understand that do we have enough inventory of raw materials to cater the demand, upcoming demand of Rabi season for quarter 3? This is my first question, and are we taking any steps going forward so that we don't fall into this kind of situation again?
Okay. Thank you, Vinith. As you told, that the two stoppages in Q1 and Q2, primarily on account of the global factors. Post this Ukraine war, the lot of supply chain constraints and related disturbance, and there was a lot of uncertainty regarding the price being settled by the Indian buyers. So all the foreign exporters were trying to discover the price and where it should settle down. That took a lot of time for many of the importers waiting to see the settlement of price. That is the main reason for the two stoppages you see, okay? And then the operations started stabilizing. The operations got stabilized, and the supplies of raw material, that is phosphoric acid, which is constrained, has been settled. Coming to this current quarter and going forward, our view is the prices started cooling off to some extent. So we were buying acid at $1,715 per ton for phosphoric acid. Now currently the prices dropped down to about $1,200 per ton, and now the availability of the materials also available is very much okay, and we don't foresee any similar constraint in going forward.
Okay, sir. I have a couple of more questions. One is on the P&K volume that we are doing during quarter 2. Is it all own manufacturing, or we have started trading of the same? As we were told earlier that trading was stopped because of unviable business conditions. So what is the scenario now?
Okay. Whatever P&K fertilizers we have sold in H1 so far is only own manufacturing. As you correctly pointed by you, the trading opportunities are not there because it's unviable, uneconomical to import and do trading. And currently the opportunities are opened up with the NBS date notified in 2nd November, that is 2 days before. It looks very bright, but we need to look at because we cater to the South Indian market, where the seasons are more dominant. The season is Kharif. Still, nevertheless, there is a second crop in Rabi also. So based on market requirements, we are trying to import some trading volume and do business. And if it makes economic sense, okay, we will definitely do that.
Okay, sir. My last question: can you provide us a full gas price for Q2 as well as current?
Full gas price in Q2 was about $27. And the current price is about $29.
$29.
Yes. This is on NCV basis. Let me give you on GCV basis. Okay, 1 second. $24 that is what is quoted in the market in Q2 and it's about $26 in Q3.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Vinit.
Thank you, Vinit. The next question is from Nitin Dharmawat. Nitin, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
So wanted to understand what is the total debt at console level that we are having. You mentioned some number, actually I missed that.
Can you repeat, Nitin?
A consolidated debt number that we are having.
You have about 1,400 crores, both long term and short term.
Yeah, and what is the split between long and short?
Long is about 335 crores and short term is 1,100 crores.
Sorry, can you repeat?
One second. 1,400 crores is the total, as I told you. 335 crores is long term. Short term is 1075 crores.
1075 crore. Okay. And what is the plan to retire the debt? Since it has gone up actually in last couple of years, so wanted to understand, because we were doing some changes in the plan that, as you mentioned, about this ammonia energy improvement project that we implemented. So debt level has gone up. So what is the plan to retire some of the debt going forward?
See, the debt we borrowed is gone up. It is very much within the what you call the control of the management. And the debt we borrowed so far is for two accounts. One is for working capital, general corporate purposes, which will get repaid by FY24 in full. And the loan we took for the energy project is up to 80 crores. That we start repaying after about 6 months moratorium. Starting from FY24, we start repaying it for a period of 7 years. Okay, that is the existing terms we agreed. And after we review the operations and generation of cash, we will structure the repayment as well. If the cash flows permit, we will try to even to prepay the loans also. Okay.
Got it, sir. Also, sir, our EBITDA margins have actually come down during last year. It has come down to 7%. Now it has come down to, it is negative actually because of on account of closing of the plant, but that's an exceptional thing. But it was going up. It has come to 8-9% range from earlier on an average 6-7% range. So when do you see it is going back to those 8-9% range? Will it happen during financial year 23 or will it be beyond?
Thank you, Nitin. See, the aberration you saw in current financial year effect H1 is purely on account of the reasons explained to you and discussed earlier on. Okay. We will get back to the levels of 8%, 9%. Okay. Maybe to some extent we will move in on a whole year basis. And FY24 onwards, you will be able to see a trend of this in the increase in the EBITDA percentage. Okay. And our view is EBITDA as a percentage on the top line is very difficult to understand because in this industry, okay, the margins are based on fixed per ton. Okay. So if the prices of commodities keep moving up, okay, then you'll see a very contraction in the EBITDA percentage. Okay. And prices of what I call drop, then you will see improvement. Okay. So this is the nature of the industry in which we operate.
Understand, sir. So how is the raw material situation now? You mentioned that there is some ease in the prices. So are you comfortable with the price reduction that has happened now? Yeah,
the price reduction we've seen is very comfortable. And also the subsidy rates announced by the government of India for 6 months period up to March 23 is also comfortable. And even supplies also been available. And the things have become really what we call normal. Okay. And unless there is any new developments happening globally, so far we don't foresee any problem in sourcing raw materials.
Got it. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nitin. Gunit, do you have another question? Gunit Singh?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Friends, anyone with a question, request you to raise your hand and we'll take it up. We have a question from Chirag Shah. Chirag, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Chirag, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I did not catch properly your. Could you just repeat that?
We missed your question, Chirag. Could you please repeat your question?
Sorry. Sir, can you please, I missed your plan for utilizing the excess ammonia. Can you please repeat that? What do we intend to do? You said we will utilize that ammonia to manufacture DAP. Could you repeat it just for my clarity?
Okay, Chirag. Our is because you have been one of the investors coming for all the calls. Okay, we recognize you by name. Okay.
Okay. Another request also I have. Probably I'll take it after this question.
Okay. See, the ammonia what we manufacture additionally during the post of the project, we utilize for the increasing our urea production. Okay. There is a bottleneck in the capacity of ammonia for urea manufacturing. So we will apportion this particular. We apportion this a portion for urea manufacturing. We are importing ammonia for phosphatic manufacturing. We will substitute that for purpose of complex or DAP manufacturing. I think there's a challenge in your line, Chirag.
No. There were some calls which I was getting. Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned that we will use the excess ammonia for debottlenecking the urea plant and for replacing the imported ammonia. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So the reassessed capacity of urea goes to 4.3, if I'm not mistaken. From 3.8.
3.8. Okay.
Yeah. From 3.8 to 4.3, does it go to that much?
Almost 4.7.
See, let me explain to you, Chirag. You want to say anything, Mr. Kantak?
Yeah, actually, after the energy improvement project implementation, we have got sufficient ammonia available now for the production of urea. In fact, we are consistently operating now at around 1380 tons per day against earlier 1300 tons per day. So in view of that, we are also consuming some CO2, external CO2, which is not produced in the ammonia plant, about 30 tons per day. And so because of that, we are able to increase our urea capacity. So we expect to go annually up to 470,000 tons per year urea production from our reassessed capacity of 379,000 tons.
Okay, and does this happen like starting with this quarter, or it will take maybe 2-3 quarters to reach 4.7?
No, we have already started producing higher urea production from this quarter. Although we have lost some urea production in the last quarter, we will be making up most of it by the end of this year by producing slightly higher urea.
Correct. And sir, this EBITDA increase which we are projecting, does that include substituting the imported ammonia with the excess ammonia? Does the calculation include that also?
Yeah, that is we factored that also on the projected EBITDA growth. Chirag, I wanted to clarify something on the earlier question answered by Mr. Kantak. See, the RAC remains to be at 3.8 lakh tons, okay, per annum, okay. We might have capacity to produce 4,70,000 tons, okay, annually. But the ability to produce is governed by the policies under the urea policy on the IPP pricing, parity pricing, okay. If my cost of manufacturing is lower than the imported ammonia, imported urea, I'll be permitted to produce. If it is not so, then I cannot produce. It is applicable to all the urea companies in the country. We are gone by a new urea pricing policy 2015. Okay.
Okay. So considering the current scenario, do we believe that we will be able to produce more, or will not be allowed to produce more?
See, we are allowed to produce, but we should.
No, I mean to say, will we be producing more, or we will not be producing more? Means considering the current import parity prices.
See, currently, since for the current financial year, since we have what called taken 3 months for commissioning the project, so still we'll be trying to achieve the RAC of 3.8 lakh tons. Okay, and the other players, they will be evaluating based on the trend in the gas prices as going forward. Sometimes it goes opposite also. And purely currently, as of today, the imported prices are a little costlier, so there's a scope to RAC beyond to produce beyond RAC. But for us, this year opportunity is not there. Regarding next year, it will be difficult to predict based on the global factors and trends in the commodity prices.
Correct. Sir, because of substituting this imported ammonia with the local ammonia now, can you tell me what will be the DAP margin? I'll repeat. Can you tell me what will be the EBITDA per ton for DAP because of this replacement of imported ammonia with the local ammonia?
Maybe I can get back to you and the numbers with you, Chirag. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Chirag. Friends, anyone with a question, please raise your hands and we'll take it up. Gunit, please go ahead.
Sir, just another follow-up. We said that we'll save around 10 to 15% of energy costs. So I was just wondering how much is our energy cost as of now annually?
Again, can you repeat, Gunit? What do you mean by that?
After the project, we are estimating to save about 10 to 15% of our energy costs, right? So how much would that amount to in rupee terms?
What we said, 10% is reduction in the consumption from the current levels. Okay.
Right. So how much consumption do we currently have annually?
Yeah. And see, current levels of our consumption is 6.25 Gcal per ton. Okay. Which will come down to 5.7, 5.6 levels.
And how much does that amount to in cost saving terms in INR?
So around about 4,000 rupees per ton at the current prices. Okay. Hello?
Gunit?
Yes, sir.
It will be current pricing is about around 4,000 rupees per ton. Okay.
And in terms of total, like I want to understand like how much impact would it have in cost savings in terms of the money that we save. So in INR terms, on average, how much is our consumption yearly, so that I get an idea of how much INR we are saving on an annual basis with this 10 to 15% reduction.
Now that's what, see, we quantified this at 100 crores, okay, per annum, okay, on the full capacity of 3.8 lakh tons.
All right. That answers my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a question from Darshita Shah. Darshita, please go ahead.
Hi.
Yes, Darshita, please
Hello.
go ahead.
Yeah, hope I'm audible. Hi.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry. Actually, I happened to join the call a little late and I missed a few points. I overheard that one of the participants mentioned that we will be using a local ammonia versus the imported ammonia. So for urea as well as DAP production. So I just wanted to understand, is this ammonia are we sourcing it locally? Because I don't think we can do that. And if not sourcing it locally, then how are we getting excess ammonia?
The ammonia is always is imported only.
Right.
See, ammonia is manufactured out of natural gas. The availability of natural gas domestically is so low, as you know. India is not bestowed with the natural gas as a natural resource. So all ammonia is imported. And people who are then whatever ammonia will going to replace, okay, will replace only the imported ammonia.
Right. So my question was, how are we replacing that? As in, how are we getting it?
I can come here. Murli, I will just explain. After we have changed over to natural gas, the ammonia generation in the ammonia plant has gone up as compared to whatever CO2 is required for the urea plant. So for the same urea production, we are producing more surplus ammonia. Earlier, we were having less ammonia. It was almost matching with what urea we need. So now we are producing surplus ammonia in the same plant, which is not consumed by urea plant. And this goes as a substitute for the imported ammonia.
All right. Okay, got your point. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Darshita. Chirag has sent a follow-up question, if I can just read it out. Will we have an excess ammonia to sell after consuming for DAP and urea production?
No.
Chirag, the answer is no. In case there's anything else, please raise your hand and we'll take it up. Darshita, do you have a follow-up question? Vineet Agrawal has a follow-up question. Vineet, please go ahead.
I just wanted to understand this excess ammonia after utilizing for the excess production of urea which we will be having. Will this be enough for P&K production, or after utilizing this excess ammonia still we have to import ammonia?
Still we have to import ammonia.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Vineet. Anyone with a question, please raise your hand and we'll take it up. Anyone with a question, follow-up question, please go ahead. Okay, guys, there are no more questions. Thank you very much, participants. As there are no further questions, I'd like to hand over the conference to Mr. Kantak for his closing remarks.
Thanks, Naveen. Thanks everyone for participating in this session and putting up very good questions. I hope we have been able to satisfactorily answer your queries. We will always be available on call to answer any of further queries you may have. As I told you in my opening remarks, and also as Murli has explained in his presentation, the uncertainties of the last quarter are behind us, and I expect to come to you with a robust performance in the next 2 quarters and hope to end this financial year on a very positive note. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. On behalf of all of us at SKP Securities, I'd like to thank Mr. Kantak and Mr. Muralidharan for the time to discuss the numbers and the other developments with the investors. We look forward to hosting you in the next quarters. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.